So we head into Let's Go, Eevee. Brand new save. Horrible controls. Let's do this. Oh, oh God. The thing that I will always say that I hate about this game, which is a great way to start the video, is the control system. Um, I hate having to play it with one hand. Well, welcome in. How are you doing? I am doing good. We are just starting this to see if we can get some of the early route stuff, to be honest. That's pretty much it. Brand new save file, as we can see. Wait, what do we have to do? We will sort out the sound levels once we get into the game, because we know that Nintendo likes to deafen us. Everything in this challenge is a fresh save file rather than resetting other games, but I've never completed this game. I get very frustrated with how you have to play it. I don't like having to use these Joy-Con things. I'm a controller player, and that's how I love to play games, and because I can't play it as a controller, I get really put off. So that's kind of the problem for me. But, you know, we're going to keep going. Why not? For this challenge, every game is a fresh save, so it's not like it's too much work. We've nearly finished the other games. The main ones we're doing are Sword, Shield, Violet, and Legends Arceus. We will also do Scarlet and Shield, but until then, we're just going to start here. But it's mainly for the first couple of routes. The Pokemon are not in the other games, or easy to get in the other games, so I need to get them somehow for this challenge. Let's try this. Do I have to give him a rival a name? Can I just call my rival... Shall we do it? Shall we just call the rival Belgium? As a destination. If I can remember how to spell Belgium. No, it's definitely UI. No, it's not. It is IU. If it's spelt wrong, that makes it even funnier, I guess. So I don't even know if I'm going to go through all the gym badges or what, whether we're going to play through the whole game. I've seen like John Stone do this as a Professor Oak's challenge, so to me, I don't think I really need to overcommit to doing too much. But again, it's part of what Chad expects or would like to see, I guess. Some people will enjoy this game, some people won't. So let's see how well it goes. It does feel weird playing the Switch 2 version of this game when it's like completely advertised as a Switch 1 game. Oh, where are the options? There they are, the Y button. We'll worry about text speed fast, battle effects off, movie skipping, we'll keep that on. Okay, 5 is the top level, so we'll turn this down. That'll do. Open. Okay, no. Okay, we'll stick with what we've got. Didn't know that was a thing. Oh, when it didn't save. Fast, off. We'll switch these down. If they get worse, we'll change it again, right? Let's go. I don't really know what we have to do, I can't remember. As I said, I've never completed this game. I've pretty much got to the Safari Zone area and then switched it off. Or I was doing a Nuzlocke and died because I got impatient and didn't like that I have to literally just catch stuff. That's pretty much me. I'm not the fan of that dynamic in this game. I'm from the old school version of when we could play red, blue, yellow. But I will never question the look of the game. Welcome in, Dragon. How are you? We've done a little bit of complaining about this already. We're only like 5 or 10 minutes in. But I think the goal, as I said, is early route stuff only. So I don't know if I'm going to bother to complete the game. Okay, so that's got the sound levels right. I don't really need the sound on from my end, to be honest. Do I have to catch Stevie? Right. Let's see. Practice catching now. Just finished collecting the unknown and back to perfecting the dex entries. Nice. Oh. Stop. Well, that was a good throw. That didn't go where I told it to. I'm trying to get like the least motion in the throwing as possible. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a disaster. Definitely. We know we're not going to enjoy this one. But I think Sunday may just be playing through the games that are the secondary. So we may do the Scarlet run through. We may do a bit of the Sword run through. It's just kind of getting everything ready to do the shiny hunting. So if you see the channel points, you can pick the game we play next time. Well, that's why the schedule's pretty loose. And I know most people are saving their points till we can properly shiny hunt. I'm not gonna lie. But we're a little bit away from there at the moment, so yeah. I will always say, visually, it's very nice. Entry level, it's very nice. It is literally the fact I can't play it with a controller I don't like. That if I could play it with a controller, I probably would have played it a lot more. If I had to do other stuff, yeah, I guess it would be pretty good because I think you mentioned you're on a Switch Lite, so it's actually pretty nice on the Switch Lite because you can you're playing handheld. It's fine handheld, but because I want to play things on the big screen and I've got the dock Switch, I feel like you should be able to play it with a controller. I think that's the best way to put it. I have no problems with the catching mechanic stuff. Like, it's fine. It's not going to do much to change the game. Right, and it's the same thing to collect the Pokemon in Go Park, but they never go away. Yes, that I don't know whether I can actually connect my Go to this one, if I'm honest. Because it's connected to another save file, I don't know if you can connect Go to multiple saves. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. If we do actually play through the whole game, we'll probably have to find someone to trade stuff with. But I don't know if I'm going to get through the whole game. I don't even know if I'm going to face Brock. That's the thing. As I said, my main goal is Pidgey, Rattata, Weedle, Spearow. Because I don't think they're that easy to get in other games. If I'm honest. But I do need to get to Pewter so I can get the Slowpoke lady's money, basically. So we can get loads and loads of Pokeballs. So what I might do is slowly build up a completing the Pokedex run. So I will try and get one of everything and then start chaining. I guess that could be a thing. I don't think I've got anything yet, have I? What have we got? Did you give me balls? No, it's still the same as the normal game. Okay. So you better not be a shiny. I'm looking at you, Pidgey. I also have found out why we couldn't ever get the picture to look great. And that is because the laptop can't handle 4K on the Switch. So that's a thing. Certain other games can breed them for shines. I don't think I can actually send a Alolan Rattata to another game at the moment. I don't think it goes into anything. Sadly. I'm pretty sure it doesn't go into BDSP, does it? If it went into BDSP then I would consider it more, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's definitely not in Sword Shield, and it's not in Scarlet and Violet. So, at the end of the day, the only Alolan Rattata I can get is the trading one, and hope that it turns up on another game in the future. If I'm not mistaken, it's the only Alolan form you can't catch on the Switch at the moment. I'm actually breeding. I think you have to breed Alolan Meowth as well. You can't catch it, but you can breed it in everything. The rest, I think, are all catchable. Especially with the DLC. Like, Vulpix is going to be a bit more of a problem, but we'll worry about Vulpix later. And we did call the rival Belgium. Right, can you leave me alone? Do I have to have a battle? I should have known this was going to happen. But I couldn't catch anything, so I don't really know what I was meant to be doing, if I'm honest. And I probably spelled Belgium wrong as well. He has the Pikachu. Interesting. Okay. And it's higher level than me, of course it is. Eva. But it has no defense. Because last night I was playing along with Solar Cypher and Dorcas's shiny competition, which was quite fun on. I was playing it on Scarlet and Violet, where they open booster packs, and basically you get points for catching certain shinies, or in like a window of time. And in that time we got a Porygon, Bruxus, Catnia, and what was the other one? I got 4 of the 6 main ones, but I can't remember what the other one was. Cacnea, and I randomly got a Deerling in the middle of it. It was the ones I didn't get was Electabuzz and Mankey, because Mankey's quite a difficult one to see shiny. Yeah. If we're fair though, Rattata itself could be caught in BDSP through radar hunting, I believe, if I get round to doing that ever. But outside of that, there isn't anywhere to get Rattata either. I'm not sure if Pidgey's in that game, and if that's not in the game, then you can't. I know you can get it eventually, but what do I have to do to this stupid thing? Okay, I don't really care. Just go away. If I have my choice, Eevee's going in the box forever. Right, we want to go and... Do we have balls yet? No, catching pocket. Actually, we do. We have 50 balls. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go and just spend the other 3k or more balls too. Why not? You can get it shiny in the game though. I guess that's a positive. As in the Alolan Rattata. I think the only problem again is it won't be my trainer ID. I'm guessing a trade Evo won't be a trade. So that's good and bad, I guess. I'm not overly worried about it. Like, we've got another 1,395 to get before worrying about the Alolan Rattatas. Ratatata. So I'll wait for that one. Maybe by then, by the time we're there could be a way to play the 3DS on stream. I will say that the only thing that's very frustrating is on my drinking arm. I should probably see if I could have used the left arm, but I think the controls are a bit the wrong way round for my liking. Which is another thing. I think this is the one where I complain episode. Right, now you're going to tell me what everything does. Fine, fine, we'll listen to your nonsense. Okay, you're not much of a rival if you're telling me what to do. Right, so we will begin by trying to catch one of everything. I think that's sensible. So we can tick off the Pokedex as such. We'll do that for now. I think that's the sensible thing to do. Because Eevee we can't do anything with, so Eevee can go in the bin. Once we get enough. Do you have something? You feel like you should. Okay, no. I wish they could add a glitch of the OG Gen 1 to make it so you make it a throwback, maybe. I don't think they like their glitches though, do they? It was not meant to be a thing. Right, so as we say, we're going to catch one of everything. Okay, there's a Pidgey. We'll start with Pidgey then. And what we'll do is we'll sort of build a team to evolve. And we'll focus on trying to almost do that by... That didn't go very well, did it? Why don't you go forward? That's why I don't like this game. When I throw it, it doesn't go the way I throw it. And maybe we do just do one episode on this. Right. We will, as we say, just get the first couple. If it was level 100 Gengar, starts a trophy as an unusable Pokemon. It could be like, but I think that would also mean that they have to acknowledge glitches, and I think they don't like that. Welcome in, Cheerio. How are you today? We are probably playing the most user-friendly version of Pokemon now, but the one that I don't like. And we'll spend most of today complaining about. I am good too, thank you. Apart from the complaining. But, go. What the hell is that? Why doesn't it go the way I throw it? That is the question. Actually, we can put Eevee in the bin now, can't we? We don't need Eevee. So we're not going to do battles, we're just going to do catching. Right, party. We want to, as we say, we want to catch one of everything. You can go in the bin. Sorry, Eevee, we just don't care. Right, where is the Rattata? Then we've finished this route area. Oh, Rattata will be over here as well, won't it? So let's just get these couple of things and then move on. I think that would be a good idea. I want to get the first 2 badges open on this game, yeah, because that's when you can do the whole map, isn't it, pretty much? If I'm not mistaken. Because as I say, I've watched John Stone's video where he did the shiny Professor Oak's challenge. So yeah, I've seen like all of the bits that he does, like, and how he sort of nearly cried because the game changed. The mechanics were discovered halfway through it. And I've seen other people try to do it too, so it's not like it's just him. It's an example of somebody. Definitely not something I would have the patience for. Once you get them, you don't have to worry about the rest of the game till you got everything else. Yeah, you can go and catch like the Zapdos, can't you? I think the only bad thing is, I believe you don't get any of the good balls. That's the only bad thing. Because you've only got 2 badges, so the ultras haven't been unlocked. Come on, why are you so stupid, game? Oh dear. Why did you not just give me controller method? Oh dear. So even when I did my Nuzlocke on this, I had to play it handheld, which I didn't really like, just because so I could play it properly. You can't get any more Snorlax till after you complete the game either, so I think Ultra Balls are for the 4th badge. Okay. You can get the Spearow. We will go through the forest. That was good, because that was a rubbish throw. I know that you can get past the Snorlax, can't you? But I don't know if... yeah, you only get the 2 Snorlax, that's... yeah. So you either have the soft reset for the Snorlax, or kind of deal with it, sort of thing. Yeah, I think I took one out just so I could go down the cycling road, because it looked a little bit easier. I need to catch the Nidoran Male, don't I, really? And there's no point chaining until we've got one of everything. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a rival battle there, so I don't really want to go much higher. Come on, Spearow, go away. Give me... Where did the Rattata go? Okay, there's another one. Another Spearow, not helpful. Definitely not helpful. Okay, so that's a bit like where you get the extra fossils, isn't it? There's a space where you can get all the fossil, actual fossils, not the Pokemon. And like the opposite to like, I think the Hitmons are in Victory Road, aren't they? If I'm not mistaken. But if we can get this other Nidoran, we can then go through the forest, catch the bugs, and get some more coins. Right. Oh, I don't know, start a battle. We need just you. That looks like it's a big one. No? Okay. Right, let's get it. Okay, so that's everything in this area. It's almost like we're treating this like a Professor Oak's challenge, getting one of everything. So we've got a full team for now. We will probably try to get Bulbasaur because it's rarer, and then if we are going to try and complete the Pokedex, I believe we've got everything in the first 2 routes, which is kind of big. But then we get to go through the slower stage of the story. Is there a run button? No? Okay. Like when I did the Nuzlocke, I stupidly started chaining Weedles here, and then ran in the forest, and then realised I had to catch a Weedle. Right, we'll worry about that. I'm pretty sure that there's bugs in there, but it's easier to see the bugs in here. Right? Do the shinies make a noise in this game? That's something I should have already checked. Okay, that is actually a trainer. Okay. I can't remember. I know they have sparkles around them. I don't think there was a noise, was there? we may. We're going to put some of this on for a little while. Right, but they do have sparkles, yeah. That's kind of all we really wished we could have got in Scarlet and Violet, really, wasn't it? Just the sparkles would have been enough. That would have been a good addition to the game. See, I know that this is not going to be the popular game we're going to play. We're just going to spend most of the day complaining. And when I say most of the game, I mean all of it. Why not? Because, let's face it, we do hate this game so much. Right, what do we have? We have a Caterpillar we need to catch. But as soon as this is Butterfree, it's going in the box. I don't care. Now go. Good. An excellent throw. One a little one, which should give me more points or experience, right? That's how it works. But definitely, and we get berries, so everybody leveled up because of that. That's pretty nice, actually. We will put this in the team, you know. I think will be a good idea. I will always say I'm all for these games to continue, but just let me play in controller mode. Because it's no different than playing it handheld mode, controller mode, really. So I don't know why they didn't adapt it to do both. I didn't really think we would go this many levels, to be honest. Right, I probably want to put this, because this is the easiest thing to evolve, right? Okay, we'll change the team when we get the other stuff. There's no point catching the Cocooners. We'll get the Weedle. Just a normal one this time, so it's not going to be... anything good. The frustration is clear. Right, that's that. So it's Pikachu and Bulbasaur, and then we've got everything from before Brock. Right. Some will depend on whether you want to do living decks. I won't make a full living deck because there's no way I'm going to do the Let's Go Pikachu on top of it. But if I just let everything evolve naturally, then it's going to be a lot better, I think. Oh, there is a Pikachu. Let's just grab that. I'm not quite sure what to take out the team yet. Probably Rattata, it's not that important. We can get Eradicate much later. Probably would like to keep the Nidorans in. Because they're pretty much what I'm going to need to beat Brock, aren't they? I know I've got the Bellsprout. But we'll stop chaining in a little bit. Or start chaining even. I might just go and catch the fancy ones. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of getting through the map and then going back and starting the chain for the Bulbasaur. But I think, as we said, Bulbasaur's the only thing left for me to catch. Is a bit of a thing. Right, but I don't need it because I've got the Bellsprout. I keep forgetting I've got Bellsprout. So I think we're reluctantly going to get rid of Spearow and Rattata for the two bugs that can evolve. That's the wrong button. Why can't you be all the same? The box. Other box. You can go into the team for you, and you can come out the team for you. Right. They can all evolve. Right, yes. Right. Do we get through here first? Okay, that's more battles. I know the battles are really easy because they're so low level. It's not even a problem. But you can tell I'm more of a battler than catcher. Dun, 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 dun. But I do like the music, at least. The music is nice. We can sing along to the music. I'm probably just going to beat all the trainers now, and it's a bit easier to get through. We can just spam Pidgey for that, I think. And then we can, as we say, get the Slowpoke help. Because that unlocks a bit more, doesn't it? Oh, is it? No, an item in it. Is that an item? Yes. Well, there was always an item there. Berries, but well, we'll sell the berries probably. What is that? It's another big Pidgey. We did say we'll do all the trainers, because then when we go through the forest, we won't accidentally do trainers later. So what do you think we should go for as our chain for a shiny dragon? I'll let you pick one of the multiple choice ones that we've got. Why not? They're all needed in some way or form. Let's be honest, Nidoran is obtainable in Sword and Shield. A bit long, but it can be done there. So it's probably not Nidoran. Caterpie, we can start with some Caterpies. That's not a problem. And this area is probably one of the better for spawning, isn't it? You get tons here, don't you? And there's lots you can just do, like big loops as well. That's why we're doing all the trainers, just to get rid of that accidentally resetting any of them. And like, they're not a challenge, let's be honest. But tomorrow we are going back into DAs. We're going to do a bit of story, but we'll go back into the DAs. See if we can get some shinies out of there. I don't know how to push myself to try and get to Sir Chester in tomorrow's. I guess it depends how many people are there. Like, we're right at the Hammerlock. Like, no, we're not. We've got to do the Galamine, then Hammerlock. No, Motorstoke Gym. Get to Hammerlock. We may stop there, then do it. We may do a bit of both. Because the amount of times I've sort of sped run and just to get past doing all the trainers. Was that a Bulbous or no, it was a Weedle? It just looked like the Bulbous bulb. Dun, dun, dun. See, the good thing about this game is if you do want to build a living dex, it's not going to take long. But because the boxes are a bit skewed with how it all goes in there, it's a bit more difficult to build one in this game, I've always found. So I think once I did try to do it, but because you need to do a lot of catching to stay on top of levels, it becomes a bit of a mess. It's something you kind of do at the end, I found myself. It's funny because the amount of times I've come through this game, wait, there was a pocket monster there. Well, we're going to start Caterpies, aren't we? So we might as well start the chain now. I don't think it breaks when I go to the town and do the Slowpoke thing. If it does, it does. Woo! Level 9! Pidgey's going to win everything. Okay. Right, we got one more battle to do. I did not know you could rotate the look of the Pokemon. It's interesting. There is another one. We may try and do that one next. Bug Catcher Sammy. Yeah, I don't know if you did see my wacky concept I put in Discord, Dragon, about that sort of an over-the-top bingo. Didn't tell you how many perfect entries I have, I believe. I've got 23 perfected and now working on Rapidash, which means I need to see it use Fire Blast another 19 times. The strong style move 31 times. Do you want a few words of advice for doing the strong and agile style stuff? Especially strong and agile. Yeah, the concept will be sort of a bingo, but sort of like a Connect 4 type thing. So, as I said, the concept would be to try and do 3 in a row and get as many threes as possible. But only one person can claim each Pokemon that'll be on the list. So you basically mess up somebody's list or route. But the idea would be that it's a long-term thing. So say I'll randomize the board as much as I can, but just say Rattata, Pidgey and Spearow are next to each other, and I get a Rattata and Pidgey. I need the Spearow for the free, and you go and get the Spearow. You mess up my route. But then if I take the thing that's north of it, so say that is Nidoran because of this game, I take that, then I've blocked you going up, but I have 2 diagonals I could steal, if that makes sense. I may try and make it 4 that you've got to get in a row, but I need to see how many people are interested first. The advice is not necessarily moves with high PP. It's actually the non-attacking moves, so things like Calm Mind and stuff like that. If you can just spam like a Calm Mind or a Lyra, I've forgotten all the rubbish moves. Five by 5 could be the trial one, couldn't it? I only picked 10 by 10 because I just wanted it to go on for ages. But there'll be 25 on the board for 5v5, which I think we would struggle. But again, it could be a trial. If there's only 3 people playing, it's fine, 5 by 5. But if 10 people go, we want to play, then that's why I thought a bit more. And so I don't have to keep refreshing the board. Could just be sat there for a while. Right, let's get some. Oh, no, I want to sell first, please. Sell the big pearl, please. Do I sell the potions? I don't think I need the potions. Don't want the berries. Don't care. Probably should keep the berries for now, shouldn't I? How much are they worth? 100? We'll keep the berries for a while. Okay, I wasn't sure if it did have some like non-attacking moves, but that was like the tactic I used for a lot. And then I don't. If you haven't finished the game, it's a bit more difficult. If you have finished it, then you just go and fight Magikarps. And then you get the splash done on Magikarp as well. Right, so we're going to go and try and chain some Caterpies. Should we do it here? Is it a good idea to do this here? Oh, you stupid little bug thingy. Yeah, I would definitely not do strong style with the Fire Blast. What you should try to do maybe is actually go Rapidash versus Rapidash if the Alpha has Fire Blast, and then maybe it will do a Fire Blast on you. Okay, that'll be good for, because you probably have to beat Parasect with fire moves as well. Which is obviously another. Sometimes it's all about trying to do two at once without realising. And things like that. A fire move to defeat Parasect is good, if you get what I mean. Like, and yeah, I know it sounds obvious, but that makes sense to me. Like, that's how I did quite a lot. Just find somewhere where the moves are good against something else, and yeah. So that is free. Maybe we will stick to the forest. Because I think I made it to about 120-ish perfected. But a lot of that was when I was hunting for Bahami. Why is that not considered a proper throw? Really? I always forget Paris is a thing. It's one of those things that when you've done or got the shiny, you start to not want to do as much to work on that dex entry, if that makes sense. Watch us get something else shiny other than Caterpie. We probably won't even go for the Bulbasaur unless we break the chain or get the shinies, but we want 3 if we're going to do Caterpie, don't we? So it would be absolutely ridiculous if we got all 3 in one day. So I'm pretty sure the odds are outrageously bad in this game. I think I can never remember how it works. I think in all my time playing it, I think I've only ever had 1 shiny in this game. And you guessed it, it was a Golbat. Of course it was one of the bats. Actually, I think I may have had a Pidgey or a Spearow once, but I can't remember. It was so long ago. Double kick, we do want double kick. We can get rid of Growl, that's pretty useless in this game. Right. Up to 6. So 11 spawns the rare spawn, right? And then... Why are you wagging your tail? Okay. What is here that you're so excited about? You stupid Eevee. Going in the bin. You're going in the bin, Eevee. You're already there. If I could delete you, you would get deleted. Right, so you have Togepi, Bidoof, Starly, Shinx, Wurmple, Weasel, Pikachu, Ponyta, Eevee, Drifloon, Munchlax, Kricketot, Geodude, Kricketune, Zubat, Staravia, Burmy, Bibarel, Baneraven, Psygurk, Combee, Palise, and Chimchar. Nice. It's very strange, like, I found some people do it in different ways to me. Like I said, I sometimes build a team that can do 3 or 4 at once, if that makes sense. And then like, so say something you needs to use a dark move. So Luxray I think needs to use Crunch or something. I will then fight the Alakazam because it needs to get beaten by dark moves, and then suddenly I've done 2 tasks at once, but I only have 1 Luxray on the team. And then you would have like something with a ghost move to beat Drifblim or Drifbloom, and you get what I mean. You kind of just start adding everything up what you're doing, and suddenly it all clicks into place. It's a strange way I do it. This is a special Caterpie, right? It's huge. And it's an excellent on a huge. Does that mean more things happen? This is how bad my perfecting got. I've done all of the polygons. So that's how bad it got for me. I do get doing them one at a time though, like that always seems like the fastest way I'll be honest. But it's just that I tend to do it the more awkward way. Just because, why not? You're not a Caterpie. Where have all my Caterpies gone? Yes. It's more, if the controller threw it the way I throw it, then it would be easy to get them. Why is there no Caterpies here? Hakuna! There's one. So this should be 11. Number 10, I think, actually. I'd rather just catch me. I'm not good enough to get all excellent throws. I know that for a fact. That's definitely not what I'm good at on this game. How about this? If we do actually get this shiny Caterpie, or one of the others, we'll be honest, if we get one of the others, it's all good too. We sort of, we'll come back to this game again in the future. Yes, I did click on the antidote. Right, I'm probably going to pass on a distortion, only catch till... only catch till we don't have to wait around for 40 minutes. See, with the... Have you finished the game, as in you're just collecting for the Arceus battle, or have you only unlocked 2 or 3 maps? I always forget which... No, you have completed the game. Right, or you're collecting for the Arceus battle, I believe. So if you're doing that, it should already be a much lower level of time for the distortions. But I wouldn't hang around for them if you're doing stuff. Just keep resetting it and you'll get one that turns up every 5 or 10 minutes occasionally. So Volo's good at Giratina, not the wild one as such. That should... Oh no, that's the... thank you for the alert, Greaves. We're having a nightmare here already. So I think once you've seen the credits roll, I thought the distortions improved in odds, and you see the credits roll once you beat you catch the Dialga or Palkia, whichever way round you didn't go, the second one. That's kind of when it should happen, from what I remember. The frustrating thing is you've gone a bit too far for the best distortion odds, and apparently it's when you get exiled, that's the best distortion odds. And it doesn't have like all the starters in there. And we are going to skip the Bulbasaurs because we're starting our shiny hunting now. So we're going to just be focusing on this for now. So that makes sense to me. Let's just do some stuff here. Ding. And who else is here? Nobody else is here. What's this? Ding. What level is this? Oh, no, okay, that's quite high. No, actually, we'll leave it. Right, I think it's 5-minute intervals between each distortion throughout the PLA world. Okay, I couldn't remember which one's which, but I thought it's been so long since I've either finished the game or been nowhere near the bit where it changes. Like on our PLA run, we actually got a distortion very, very quickly. On our first trip to the Mylands, we went and did the story to battle Volo himself and came back out and there was a distortion. But I don't know where it came from. Okay, there's another item. There's another item. Tiny mushrooms. We got our dinners. Our mushrooms are ready. Yeah. Well, we don't want you. You're not a canopy. That's a canopy, and it's a special one. I think this is a huge one, right? Yes. Okay, only a grade. The internet says there'll be a guarantee after 40, yes. I think that's the plan, but I think the odds of the other being like 5 minutes are much lower. That's what I mean. Like the other tip is try not to fast travel around. Pick one area and just run to each area or fly. Climb, swim, whatever you want to do. Just don't fast travel too much. But there isn't too much you really want in distortions, is there? There's, I think you want the Weavile pretty much, and that's it. But I guess Sneasel if you want to evolve it, but the Sneasel is connected to the Hisuian one, isn't it? It is strange that they kept the normal Sneasel in the game with the Hisuian, but none of the other ones have their regional form, like the normal Growlithe or the Cantonian Growlithe and stuff. Yeah, the Porygons are a bit annoying to get, but the big thing that you should I always try to do is make sure I get the distortions before I finish the game, because Mylands gets Cyndaquil put in there, so that takes up the spots, and some of the others get the ones you want, if that makes sense. I think Rowlet goes into the Cornet Highlands, and Oshawott is in the Icelands, isn't it? So the Magnemites are always guaranteed and the Sneasels are always guaranteed, but the rest is not. So it's a little bit of getting used to the odd ones. Right, that is two. We may just power up the... I don't know yet. You need Persian, but... yeah, that's true. And I guess the other ones aren't a new breed. That makes sense. They're just different types, if that makes sense. Like Avalugg is just the rock type, so it's extra weak. Okay, that definitely didn't go the way I threw it. And like Lilligant is fighting, so it's gained another weakness. And it's weird that Cleaver was like the only one that's a new evolution, if that makes sense. But then you could argue Quillfish, in a way. But I guess the others are just variants or next line evolution. Oh, the Bulbasaur special. Where's some more canopies? Oh wait, I didn't battle this person. I think to actually do the dex you need a Hisuian Sneasel, a Sneasel doing side Weavile stuff. Pretty much, yeah. So you only need to perfect the Weavile stuff, not the Jotonian Sneasel stuff. But I guess it's only in the game because it's in the Pokedex. It looks nice, but it's horrible to catch. I've missed about 3 shiny Basculins in the past because they just run away. Literally the moment you land. It's horrible. I have caught one in the past, but the others have all run away. Okay, nothing there. Definitely face that trainer. So, can I get some more Caterpies, please? There's a Caterpie. I guess we have to go to about 31, I think. I think that's what we have to get to. Oh, an excellent. Nice. Let's see if this helps us at all. You need to keep catching to get the odds. Okay. I thought it was like 31-ish or something. Do I really want to go to 100 Caterpies? But again, this is like the experimental one to see whether we can bear playing this for an extended amount of time. Because at the end of the day, when we're doing the shiny hunt races and stuff, we could get given stuff in this game, so I should already have one set up. Okay, we'll have to keep going. I thought it had something to do with the next one that spawns has the best potential. But this one just is a very complicated game for how the shiny odds work. That's a special Caterpie, right? Yes. We'll take a special Caterpie. A tiny one, but... and a grateful. Lovely. I was more worried about the space to play this game with where I set up more than anything else. Oh, so nothing's evolving yet. That's fine. Bellsprout now has a poison move, which is helpful. And we've learned Bite. That's nice. We'll get rid of Scratch. Did you say that you had a Let's Go game or not? There's the Metapod growing too. Okay. 19 Caterpies. Where are my next level of Caterpies? That's a Metapod. Don't want a Metapod. That's another Bulba. Don't need a Bulba. Why is there nothing spawning? Where are you? Okay. There's one. It's confusing for what actually counts. I'm just saying what I found online. So I think part of it was, I think at one stage people thought it was one way. It's a bit like Sword and Shield. People thought it was one way and then the other way was the actual way, and everyone gets a bit confused with what is and isn't the right way. I think that's what it is. Horn attack. Shall we get rid of... Actually, we'll get rid of focus energy. I don't think it works properly. Let's see. No, go away, Pidgey. We don't want no Pidgeys. Well, we may do an eventually. I don't really know why I'm doing Caterpie, because it's one of the easier things to do on the other games, isn't it? It's something that I could do in Sword and Shield. I forgot that was a thing. There's a happy Caterpie. Not a shiny one, but it's a big one. Excellent. Yeah, the ads are on every half an hour at the moment, so they're not on too often. It just, I guess, because of what we're doing, it feels like they're on a lot more often. Like the default setting is every 20 minutes, but I moved it to every half an hour. I'm still tempted to move it to one every hour so I can take like a 3-minute break, but then it kind of defies the point of trying to get people to eventually sub and stuff, because the whole point of subbing is to stop ads rather than me run an ad or run something while I take a break, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we have a Beedrill. We definitely don't care enough to have a Beedrill on the team, so we can now bring Spearow back out, I think. Because Spearow will be more difficult to catch and eradicate, I feel. But I could be wrong. So yeah, we don't want to really keep that around, like, we're not going to ever use it. Yeah, I think I have them, everything around it is recommended settings as such, but I just put it on half an hour because I thought 20 minutes was a bit too often for my liking. Because like when we were doing DAs, they kept coming up in the middle of them when it's every half an hour. By the time we finish one, their life would be running at the very, very beginning rather than at the very end. When you're doing 20 minutes, they can run at the worst possible times. It's also a little bit easier to keep track of on OBS because I took away the big thing at the beginning. It probably feels like it, but I know that is only the second ad break we've had, and we're at 1 hour already, which is good that time flies when we're doing this. I think it's kind of important that it's not just plodding along, and I think we had the same yesterday. It felt like they were quite often, but they were still every half an hour. So yeah, so I guess it's a good thing. It's difficult to balance them because you need, if you want to make the tiniest bit of money, and I mean the tiniest, you kind of want them up, even if they're only a little bit here and there. The reality is, for our about 3-hour streams, we make like less than $1 each. Well, some days it's sort of 60 cents, the next day it's 93 cents or something. Randomly, Friday was like over $1.50, but yeah, that's kind of why I have to just sort of keep going with them. Just, it's that little bit. Every little helps, right? Well, we could do a law, but that isn't going to help much, is it? I don't think. Maybe when we get to the 31 we'll put the law on. So yeah, and I think yesterday was probably our quietest stream in a long time. Like for the last 2 or 3 weeks we've been sort of averaging about 10 viewers, I believe, like an hour, or an average of 10 viewers for the whole stream. But yesterday I think the most we ever had was 10. It was a really, really quiet day. And it kind of shows that the DAs of the draw and certain other things are slowing up. Because again, it's summer, so less people are going to be at home anyway. So your daytime ones are people who are just checking in when they're at work or something. But at the weekend, there's going to be a few less people around unless you're doing an eventy type thing. Which is why I'm putting the early plans together for the Shiny Hunt race event. To see how many we can get in 3 hours, say. Maybe 2, I'm not sure. Then you do a bit of an introduction and a bit of a roundup at the end. Because the thing is, a lot of people might not want to do all of the sandwich stuff if they have to keep changing their typing. So there's a lot that can go. Well, I think I'll wait till I get to the 31 before we use the lure, because, well, I've only got 1. And if I've only got 1, I might as well have the best chain odds before I put the lure odds in. I think that makes sense in my head. We said we're going to keep the Butterfree because it is much better than the Beedrill. What, you decided to escape? How dare you, Caterpie? Stop. So you sent me the Cerebi Shiny Odds stuff, I believe. Spearow and Nidoran. Okay, well, I'm having a few issues with the website of Cerebi at times. I'll be honest, it sometimes like crashes my computer. Don't know why. Just doesn't seem to run properly. But we'll have a look. We've got a good chain together now. Right, we'll just stand here and something may come and say hello to us. Discord. Actually, it's not a problem. I've got the computer on mute. I forgot that I put it on mute. So it means that I can have some more tabs open, basically. Not worry about the sound. I think that's how it works. Right, another blank area. Let's have a look-see. Oh, there's a sparkling Caterpie. We're going to go and catch the sparkling Caterpie. Ta-da! Let's make sure it stays in the bowl. Lovely. So it is... Shiny rate with a lure is 2,000. Oh, great. No, it is... With a lure is 315. With 31 plus. So yeah, so that's why I think I'll wait till the 31. Because... yeah, it makes more sense to wait till we hit 31 before we change things up too much, doesn't it? Because that will be the absolute best odds, which is more important than putting the lure on for a few more encounters. We're at 27, so we might as well wait those couple more. I know that Robin doesn't like this game. Whenever someone plays, he gets angry with them. I've seen people do the same with BDSP though, so... I definitely 100% would have played this a lot more though, if I could have played it controller mode. I know I've said that most of today, but it's a fact. It looks like we've been recruiting people to join the Shiny Dex website. Now Boy from Belgium's on there. Casper's joined as well, so yeah, I've got to find the best spot. I think down here was usually one of my favourite spots because you've got 2 little grass areas, but then I also don't want to just stand still because then if you know what I mean, because you're not really making like the video much. It's one of those that's all very, very nice when you're shiny hunt like offline or something, but when you're streaming it you still need to be doing something, and standing there waiting isn't great, if that makes sense. But we can try it, we can see, because I know the lure will wear off if you walk too far as well, which is a problem. So theoretically we should be at 1 in 300 now. So the other side of it would be to actually not put the lure down and just walk. Why did you not go where I threw you? That's my problem with this game. Oh dear. Not me getting angry yet. Not me getting angry yet. Let's go already. Right, one more to go, and then we'll do the lure. Oh, there is a fancy one as well, which is always nice. Now, this is where I can get slightly confused with what actually has the improved shiny odds, because again, you've mentioned your way. I've seen other people mention a way that it's the next spawn that is now infected with the shiny odds, not the next spawn of the chain. I know that sounds complicated, but that's how I've heard both sides of it. But welcome back, Cheerio. Are you ready for those customs today? I believe it's custom day today. Just want this Pidgey to go away. Right. Where is the lure? Is it in the catching box? No, it is in the... Oh, there it is. Right on front of me. I've seen both. The next spawn and the next species, which is why it becomes confusing. Fair enough. Well, that's because of your ankles, so hopefully they're all back together now. Right, so you think I should pretty much just stand still and see what spawns. I see lots of fancy ones, but no shiny ones. Oh, a Beedrill. Haven't seen one of them yet. You better not come near me. Right, this is hard work. This is hard to keep on top of everything. Nope, 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 nope. Go away. Oh, and now the Pidgey's coming towards me. Right. Right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do science, because there's no reason why anything else other than a Caterpie turns up, right? Just continue catching Caterpies. But I don't want to run too far, that's the thing. Because I think when you start moving, that's when you break the chain, isn't it? I break the law. Oh damn. That was an awful throw. And it didn't stay in the ball. There we go. I'm more scared that I'll break the chain. Okay. And then if something else runs into me, I'll just leave it. Or just throw it away. Right. Well, we'll stay. Oh, that disappeared literally in front of me. That's a Weedle. Just run. Just run. Run, Weedle, run. Right. I'm just scared that I'll break the chain on the Caterpies. I think that's the big fear here. If we break the chain, I'll be a bit more upset. Pidgey, Bellsprout, Butterfree. Why not? We'll get rid of Gust, probably. Don't know why I keep him. Okay. So I'm not catching the Caterpillars, I'm just encountering them. That's the thing. Is that what you're suggesting? How many did we have left? But what the hell was that? Why did it go that way? And oh dear. Like, why is the ball not go the way I throw it? That's my question. I do have to also be careful of how many we've got as well. We should probably check the ball total. That will be kind of important. Bag. Catching. We have 80 there, so we got plenty. Right. It's a tiny one. Excellent. Done. Done, done. So if I get to a chain of 300, this should be shiny, right? Good job this isn't a Nuzlocke, because my whole team would be over-leveled. It's not so much leaving, it's money. We don't have much money in the game, which is the thing we've got to be careful of. Money is rare in this game, at this stage of the game. We're okay. I think we did. I tried this a bit, so I was trying to do something for either Cubone or Kangaskhan for a challenge, maybe an Onyx. So yeah. Oh, Pidgey. Don't want you, Pidgey. Go away. Well, I'll catch this one. $31. I guess you don't continue catching when you're doing harder species to catch. I guess would probably be the best way to put it. So if you're trying to do Kangaskhan, you will get to 10 and maybe stop. And you don't want to keep going and break the chain of 11 or something. Is Joe Hendry dancing away? Clap, clap. But everybody's obsessed with Mr. Iguana now. He's taken over. And we don't need powder moves. You're going to want to learn all of them. Sell all the candies. Just 60 chain. Okay. We're just going to stick here till we get to probably 20 and then worry about moving, I guess. Because at the end of the day, we don't need to at the moment. We've got the law on, so we can't really leave anyway. Yeah, but what I mean is you would, once you got to the 11, you wouldn't keep going. If that makes sense. You don't want to keep putting all that time in to get to 31 when you can break the chain, because 11 with a law is still very good odds compared to what will happen if you break the chain. It'll be annoying. We've actually already evolved Arnidoran well. Yeah, that's if you can get it, of course. So that's things like the Bulbasaur in here. Right, that's evolved, so maybe we put the Rattata back on the team. So I'm probably not going to use Nidoqueen, I'll just evolve one later. I will worry about that in a bit. Watch there be a shiny on that side of the map. I think that's probably a scary part. So I'm going to actually go to this bit of the map. What's this? If I stay on this side, I'll be able to get to all the shinies and they won't despawn. It's probably safer. We're being honest. If I'm there and they spawn to my right, I'll miss them. It's a huge Caterpie. Go. Nice. Not good enough. Not good enough, that nice. And that didn't even stay in the ball, you little sod. Okay, try again. Cypher Pikachu is horrible because it's 1% spawn plus yellow circles. Football home run. Yeah, I've watched Ryan was taken doing a living dex for this game for Let's Go, so he has both games. So yeah, I was doing a lot of watching along with his series. So that was fun at the time. That's when I learned a bit more about the chains and like the struggles he had gone through, because some of them were pretty easy because he has a bigger audience. The slower part of it is just the chat, which is kind of what we're doing. Which is again what the goal of shiny hunting is. To sort of chat and do it rather than be laser focused on getting it all perfect within the first. Like, I know I could have put a lot more effort into getting more than 2 in the first week if I had just been focusing on there. Thank you for the lurk, Dorcas. We are hating this game a lot. Oh dear. After 31 chain, the Pokemon chain is guaranteed to have 4 IVs. Okay. I doubt I'm ever going to worry about that. I'm never going to use anything competitively. I'm not that good at Pokemon. I'm one of the worst competitive ones. I know one of my redemptions is challenge me to an online battle. You'll win. I can guarantee you that. Because it will be something like, I'll stop and go for it. So, yeah. So we're at 40 now. Which is not too bad. I think the law might have ended. I'm not sure. I feel like it has. I don't see as many spawns. Well, no. No, we didn't throw. Go. Perfect. I can give you a health ward boosting games. Yes. Yes, I know. I believe I saw Chaotic Meatball basically break the game by doing an oddish only run by just farming like mad at the beginning to give it all the candies, and it just wipes through the whole game. It's kind of funny. Okay. It just felt like there was a few less spawns. That was more what it was. Oh, you sod. Get in the bowl. Get in the bowl. Dun. Dun, dun, dun. Thus, by doing all this, you have so much leveling done too. Yes. This is why I think a lot of people consider this your entry level Professor Oak's challenge. Because the reality is, it is so easy to do all of the little bits. Like, for example, all we have to do is catch a Bulbasaur and catch stuff, and we can evolve everything to the top level. So that's a good thing. You won't believe this, Dragon. You're nearly at the next half an hour spot. You're nearly going to have to go back to the Adlands. I don't know why it keeps waggling its tail at me like there's something there. A tiny Pikachu. Run away, please. But as we say, it's half an hour and it's flying by, which is a good thing when you're doing this. Like, I could imagine doing this on my own, or I know for a fact I wouldn't want to do this on my own, but I need more money to sell. I know. It's difficult because I try to make it as least amount as possible. But I think it would be worse if I did one every hour for 3 minutes as well. That would probably be worse in the long run. But as I could do like what Neil does. He does do that one every hour, but then he runs ads himself, so even if you're subscribed, you're watching clips of him. Some people do that, like... I'm still not convinced this is the best area, you know, because there's so many places shinies could spawn. Part of me wants to actually go outside, you know. Because the problem is there's a lot of areas I can't quite get to here. So if I go out here, there's only like one little area. That makes sense. I would like to think once we start doing the races and stuff, more people might come in, and then other things could happen, like for additional subs and stuff. If I'm honest. I don't know, to be honest, it makes it worthwhile because the 3 minutes gives me a chance to get up. Yes, I get that as well. And it also, as I say, it gives me a chance to have that little bit of a break. But then if you know it's coming every half an hour, then you've also got that little bit as well. Yeah, I'm going to use this area, I think. I think I could probably just sort of phase it and just go in and out. So I can't buy lures yet, that's the problem. So you get 4 spawns here. I know it's not the most riveting of entertainment, but... Okay, you get 4 spawns. I've been missing one, but I think if it was shiny I would see the shiny. Right, we're just going to do this for a little bit. See what happens. It might be good, it might not be. No, nothing there. Where had that gone? I thought I saw somebody go live, but I must have missed it. Me trying to open up all of my tabs. There we are. Right, no shinies? No? Okay. And because we've fallen back into the Adlands, I can take my time. No, just normal canopies. So maybe I could just walk round the forest, I guess. That could work. I'm kind of torn between like 3 different modes for this. If I walk through the forest, I will see more spawns. Or more things we would like shiny, so maybe we're going to do that for a while. We could catch the canopies. Like, we might just focus on the the special Caterpies rather than all of them. That could be an option, like. But we're going to do this one. This is a special Caterpie. Why not? Get some levels. Ooh, that wasn't even a nice. That was just a you threw the ball at it. Okay. It stayed in it, that's the important thing. So, that's an easy catch. Yes, well, I guess the forest is more where you are in the area. Well, thank you, Robin, for the hydrate. Even though we're lurking you at the moment. Yeah, the forest has got a better rate. It's more the walls. I'm worried that I could miss a shiny, if that makes sense. Oh. Go. Excellent. Excellent. We got it. We're going to catch it. Boom. Yes, we're going to get there. We are going to get there. Right, 45. Not good, not good. Oh, that was enough one. I did actually run into one we were after. Go. Another excellent. We're getting better at this catching game. I hope. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Is Butterfree going to learn more moves? Right, let's just do our circle. That's not shiny, we're not too worried. We've done that battle. That's just... Okay, what's this? That's another Caterpie. It's just a normal one, but we'll just catch it because I don't want to break any of my chains. We are at nearly 50. So theoretically we are about a sixth of the way there. No, we don't have a lure anymore, do we? We used our one. But we might have a Pidgeotto now. Yes, we do. We have a Pidgeotto. Nice. Professor Oak's challenge incoming. I think that's going to be the new way of looking at it. Right, that's actually quite surprising. That we're going to just pretty much have a full team ready to walk through the next chapters of the game. But we don't really want to do too much catching now. I don't think... is there a lure up here actually? Or is this just like a potion or something rubbish? Oh, it's just a potion. Ooh, the potions. I guess the other thing that's kind of scary with this game is when you do find a said shiny, you have to make sure you can catch it and it can run away. But it can go into our shiny fail box if we do fail one. Welcome in, boy from Belgium. How are you doing? We are chained together some Caterpies. We're at a chain of about 50. We've basically caught everything but a Bulbasaur in the first area. And yeah, we haven't even taken on Brock yet. We thought we would just come and do the actual shiny hunting in this one. Because it's only really this route I want to do shiny hunting in. I'm not worried about... There could be some stuff later on, maybe. Kind of depends if I could bear playing it for too long. And we have gone and done the slowpoke sitting, so we do have our extra money, which we've bought all the balls with. So that's already done, so don't worry. But I just got about 50 Caterpies to delete now. And we put Eevee in the bin because it was annoying me. But if I was doing a Professor Oak's challenge, I'd be nearly done now. Which is the funny thing. But we're still trying to figure out what's the absolute best way to do this. Is it good to just walk around, or is it better to sort of stand around, just keep catching? We're having mixed feelings with it all. But it would be nice if day one on this game we got a shiny. It would be kind of funny too, considering it's the game we were least interested in playing. And it would be the one that gave us a shiny. We let chat pick, and chat picked Caterpie as the first one we went for. So yeah. Welcome back, Dragon. I believe this will be number 50. So we're at 50. I kind of feel like stopping here for catching. Okay, Mr. Belgium, thank you for the lurk. Right, let's keep going. It's gonna take a while. Like, I guess there's a good bit of patience to have in this game. A lot of patience. $10 more, and the money you earn will be so much better than with no max candies. So I should carry on going to get to 60, and then what, the items they drop is higher, or just you get like large or extra large candies when you delete them all? Is that what you're saying? I don't quite get the money, but I don't think we're going to level up much more. Well, we will, but it'll take a long while to do the next few levels. I'm going to lose my mind playing this game because I do actually like the music more than others. Yeah, it's just going to be going round in my head, just going over and over and over again. I'll slowly be going crazy listening to it all. Yeah, the candies improved. They increased the amount, so 3 to 400 Pokedex. Okay, so but it depends if I actually do sell all the candies or whether I use them to max out, doesn't it? On paper I could just sell them all, it doesn't matter. But then the other side of me, if I want to speedrun the game, it's better to just give them all the candies and break the Pokemon. We should double check the ball total, actually. We actually do that in the battle, can't we? Let's see how many we got left. We have 52 left. Okay, that's fine. Why did that not go? Oh, stupid game. Stupid game. Yeah, I guess that's true. We can't just keep recycling it all back into everything. It's kind of like the grid items in Legends Arceus, isn't it? You can just sell all the grid items, or you can then make your Pokemon overpowered. depending on which way around you're doing the game. If you're just shiny hunting and you want balls, you can just sell all the grid items if you're just catching everything. A Butterfree is level 16. Does it learn Psybeam now? Ooh, it's gonna get better. We'll get rid of String Shot for now. I don't know if you can reteach Pokemon moves in this game. I should have really checked that before saying no. I guess it's part of my habit of not looking at what we're doing. You can hold 999. Okay. I should really check some of these candies then, I guess, before we get too many. We shouldn't be anywhere near it. Maybe we could go for a little release spree, just to ease things off from the catching for a moment. We'll get to 60 and then we'll release them all. See what we end up with. Go. We could release the Beedrill as well, I guess. I don't really need it. Done what we need to do. Catch everything. I'd say sell before release. Okay, well we should check what we've got, I guess, as well. I keep forgetting. We're doing quite a lot at once. Let's see, what do we have item-wise? What is our candies? We have 451 candies, wow. I didn't know we had that many. Okay, we'll get to 60 and then see. Go for a little sell. No, you're going to stay in the ball canopy. None of this nonsense of jumping out and running away. There, done, caught. Back of the net. I know I did start a little bit earlier today. I'm not completely sure why. Part of it was just because I wanted to get going on this challenge. More than anything else, I think. Because the other thing you got to remember is this only uses one controller, so one controller is going to end up dead compared to the other one. It's a strange way. It's a bit like me trying to play Mario Kart like this. Well, I can't do it. Right, let's go and sell some stuff then. Maybe Bellsprout evolves soon, but I think it's the early 20s, isn't it? Yeah. We're at 59. Well, we'll find one on the way out. Unless it's the shiny, then it'll be even nicer. Maybe we'll Weedle. We don't want Weedle. Pidgey. Okay, we'll go and sell them. And then we'll release, and then we'll sell more and see how many we got. Oh, ratata. Ratata. Getting in the way. Right, here we are. He had a Geodude. Is that the one that gives you the Alolan Geodude? No, you wouldn't be. Why would you get the Alolan Geodude now? You can't get a normal one. That wasn't as much as I thought it would be, to be honest. That's worth a lot more. I don't want these. We've got the mushroom we can also sell. It's also worth a tiny bit of money. Right, let's sell now. No, let's release. Party, box. Release. Send to the professor. I wish there was like a drag and drop. That would be fun. Probably is now in my luck. But I've just messed it up. You can imagine somebody playing this for the very first time, thinking that this is how you fill up the boxes and they just send all their Pokemon to the professor. And they all just get deleted. That would be kind of funny. Got an extra large candy there. Interesting. Okay, we'll just start here then. 60 was the right number to go for, considering it's 30 at a time. So at least this is technically doable offline as much as it is online. We had to spare Pidgey and we can get rid of Beedrill. Definitely don't need that. Right, Caterpie candies. Oh, there was one I missed. Never mind. We'll come and sell you some more stuff, sir. I've got sweeties. Do you want some sweeties? How is the XL ones worth less? That's my question. Courage candy? Well, I might as well just keep them. Caterpie candy, not worth it. They're not really worth too much. I really thought they would be worth more. But never mind. We'll keep the old ones, not much point. We'll buy the named candies are the good ones. They're the ones you just spam. Like, we got 70 now, so we should have 120 Pokeballs and some Premier Balls. Do we try and catch all our shinies in Premier Balls in this game? Could that be a thing? But back to the forest ones. I think when I did the other lot, I thought they were more. That makes sense. I thought they were 100 each. Well, you're here. We'll just catch you while we're looking at you. So I think this was actually number 60. So this is where it says we start getting more, you say, better candies. After this one. So let's see, what else do we get? Oh, there's no Caterpie. Oh, there is a Caterpie. Why are you wagging your tail like there's an item? That's what's confusing me. I keep thinking there's something there. Beeble throw, go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shake, rattle, roll. Okay, so this should be better, right? Let's see. What does this Caterpie give us? 25 health candies, is that? Or was that? So that's 250 Pokedollars per catch almost. Go. An excellent throw. Lovely. Oh, that one can go. $250 is a Pokeball is $250, yeah. Ow. So we're going to be in the money, basically. But I can't switch the game off now until we catch a shiny Caterpie. I have to just go for like a large amount for a while. That's the only problem. We should get 35 candies soon. Okay. So basically I just got to check my candy jar a lot more. And we probably just want to focus on the small one, or the fancy ones, not the plain ones. If that makes sense. There's no point going for... well, this is a tiny... See what tiny excellent gives us. I clicked through it too fast. I'll have a look in a minute. We'll have to go through it the other way. So it isn't too bad for item acquisitions, shall we say. So we've already got like 100. For that last look. I don't know why I just went and got a boring one. I said I wasn't going to do the boring ones and then went and caught one. Silly me. Let's see. Go through it too fast. I just feel like I'm so used to it just doing the other animations in the other games. I just click through everything. Oh dear. 65 Caterpies. Who would have thought? Any mad person would have caught 65. I swear the spawns look a bit more common as well now. It's almost like I've got a lure on. It feels like I've got a lure on. But I don't think I unlock lures till much later. I think. Not too much later, but I think it's after Misty, isn't it? Or before Misty, but after Mount Moon. But I might be wrong with that. Da-da-da-da. Whoa, nice, boring. Boring, nice, bro. After Misty, but I'm guessing before Surge. Because obviously the lures will be much more helpful to go and get. But there's no point doing it till I can get Fly as well. Okay, so I could do that and just go through Diglett's cave, couldn't I? A couple of times and come back here. It's actually what I did on my test run. I've got a run where I was in Rock Tunnel for some reason, and I don't think I ever got past Rock Tunnel. And I ran back to Pallet Town, but I had to go round the map to do it. Just to see what the shiny... make sure the mechanics all worked properly on the Switch 2 and everything. Right. What is that? Is there an item here? There has to be an item here. Like, Eevee's going mad. Every time. All we're getting is Caterpies up here. Look at that Caterpie party. Go. So the only reason why we're doing everything on stream is because if we do any of it off stream and we catch a shiny, it sort of goes against the point of the challenge. Like, I could have sped run this game, done most of this, just so we could come back and shiny hunt, but if I'd seen something on the run through, I would just have to leave it, which seems to be against the point of the challenge. Like, candy jar. 200, okay. They're all just boring Caterpies. Can I have some fancy ones, please? What's down here? I guess you should always be checking all the areas just in case. Wouldn't it be really funny if our first shiny was actually the one thing we hadn't caught, the Bulbasaur, and it was connected to the next spawn, not the thing you had chained? That would be pretty much. Well, I feel like I would have to leave it though, because I would have to then take a clip and then it would be, why were you playing it offline? Like, I know it's not a Nuzlocke, but the idea is I want it to all be online exclusive or stream exclusive catches. And that's the whole point of the challenge. Not to do any of it like as I was saying yesterday, I was doing Solar and Dorcas's Booster Saturday catching shinies, but I was using my old save, and all the shinies I caught in that are not added to this total. And like when I play DAs with other people, like Boy from Belgium or Robin, I'll be using my old saves or alternative saves as such, depending on what we're going for. That's kind of the mentality that it's an online exclusive save. Oh yeah, no, it would only be offline. I could speedrun some of these games, a bit like what I've done with Sword. Why I went into the DAs to build a DA team to just throw the game through pretty much quickly, go and beat all the gym leaders. The only bit I did on that game offline was didn't even actually open the game. I just went into home and transferred the decks in and out. But you don't even need to reopen the game. You only need to save home and then put them back and save it again. Which is probably what I'm going to do for Scarlet. And I may do I don't know how I'm going to do Shield yet. I've decided not to do it for Violet because then it adds something to what we're doing, because then we can go and collect the decks and we can sort of shiny hunt that way. It sort of all works hand in hand at the end of the day. So that's why we're doing it that way. But for Scarlet, I'm going to be playing Scarlet less because I don't have the DLC, but I need to speedrun it to unlock Area 0. So if we are going to do the card draws, we could be on Scarlet for the day. Because we might do something where we do the card draw the stream before, and then we can figure out what game's best to be playing. And that could be part of how we do it instead of completely live, because the last thing that would be annoying would be I've loaded up Violet and we pick out Brute Bonnet or something as our shiny hunt, which would be a bit annoying. But the other thing that we may be doing is, I've mentioned in Violet, we're going to probably do the raids to Herba Farm, but we'll do that, like, for example, we'll do your raids, then we can do my raids, and if other people here, we can go through like 4 or 5 people's raids to just get everybody Herba instead, and that will be like half an hour of that session, and then we can shiny hunt. So it wouldn't be just exclusive to all of the odd bits around it. Right, so I'm just going to do some selling just because I'm at the edge. And we're about to hit the Adlands again, so the half an hour has passed already because we're flying through time. Right, you can go 3,000 this time. Oh yes, it's 100. That's another 100. Right, probably not as many as I thought it was, I'll be honest. We're only going to do the 5,000. 50. Yeah, so this is going to be much better. So maybe I can spend the rest of stream catching Caterpies just to get the ball totals up. It's not as bad as I make it out to be, this game, let's be honest. Like next stream we may pick a different Pokemon to do this for. We don't always have to just do the Caterpies. Maybe we'll go through all of them and one at a time try and do different stream with different Pokemon. I know the Nidoran will be a bit of a pain. I may go and try and... I think there's a rival battle at the beginning. If it's like real Kanto, that's also a thing. So we may go and do that one too. Spearow is still getting some levels, that's good. Nearly a chain of 100 Caterpies. Because why not? 100 Caterpies is everybody's dream. Go. Lovely. Easy catch. No, okay. Not today. Go again. just a nice easy hitch. Perfect. Really early to farm. None of the other games has as reliable source. Yes, pretty much. I guess you could argue how early game do you consider early game, because if you've got the DLC, Sword and Shield is really easy to farm with them, the DAs, because you can just get loads of watts, buy the luxury balls and sell them for cash, and because you can technically walk around the whole map, you could argue that Scarlet and Violet is actually pretty easy early game to make a lot of money. But it's kind of, yeah, it's a bit of both really, isn't it? The problem is this game is a lot less interesting for new people to come and watch, so it's not always the best to stream it. That's one way of looking at it. If you want to keep growing, like, DAs were clearly the thing that was the best thing to do. People come and go for DAs. You're always going to have a revolving audience because people are going to be catching the legendaries and then not wanting to come back because they don't need to. That makes sense. They would have got everything they need, so then someone else comes through and goes, oh, I need this, and starts doing the DAs with you, and suddenly that's how you revolve your audience. With this sort of game, people are only going to watch if they're really interested in the Let's Go, like, and then you've got to be the creative minds interesting, which is what we're trying to do when we're trying to create our Shiny Hunt events. Like, we'll start titling things Shiny Hunt once we get the games ready. And that's the thing where I can't really do the Shiny Hunts in this game until we finish. The people that will come in will mainly be here for the intrigue of the challenge. Yes, that's kind of hope in the selling point. But I can't really fully open the challenge until I finish the games or unlocked all the maps at the least. I can start Violet as soon as I've done Area 0, it doesn't matter. I can do the same with this game if I did unlock the whole map. And Legends Arc is as soon as I've got the Icelands open, we can start doing races. Like, yes, I'll be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but I'm not in it to win it. I'm in it to just get people enjoying it. What is that? That is another fantasy canopy. But what I mean is, when it comes to DAs, people are going to come in there because they've been struggling on some DAs now. And because they've struggled on DAs, they want to find some people to play them with. Like, the amount of people you've probably seen come and go from the DA stream, even like before you did the DLC as well, that you very rarely see now. I've seen people come in, all guns blazing, loving it, loving Pokemon, and then within a month they're like, I'm not interested anymore. It happened. Like, it's going to be the same for any game. Like, the game cycles, like, even sadly to say, Mario Kart World is not as popular as I thought it would be. Like, I've played with another streamer. One day we had 20, the next day we were down to less than 10, and tried it with part of the same group, and we only had like 5 people. So it proves that things are going to come and go. Like, it's the natural cycle of video games. It's more, Pokemon's a strange franchise because they are designed to be single player games, and some people are quite happy to put the game on and play it on their own and never leave that bubble. Other people will be shiny hunters who just want to share their shinies, but then some people look down at people for getting what they would consider simpler shinies. Then there's the competitive side, and everybody's obsessed with that. Yeah. Well, the thing is, since I would say I have a little flirt with the simulator games again. I always go back and have a look at them because there's so many that come out. They're really relaxing just to sit and play for a couple of hours. Yes, TCG Card Shop Simulator is still the best by quite a long way. But I do like all the odd little themed ones that come out. Oh no. Oh, we've hit a bump again. Come back to life. Come back to life. Oh dear. Reconnecting successfully. Thanks. Thanks, OBS. Are we back? I think we're back. Are we? Or not? I think we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. It decided to have a little 5-minute spell. Anyway, competitive is really difficult to work on. There's so many things that got to go in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, like, so many games you can just sort of go in and out of, and that's why it's quite hard to do this. And like, if you're going to try and do this, you know you're going to see some people come and go. Like, as I mentioned, you look at the DA stuff that we were doing. Like for the example is when we're doing other stuff, you're the only one that'll be here chatting a lot, and it's not a bad thing. It's just how things are. Like, but when you were doing DAs, there was that interest because they wanted it, they needed it. So that's why I want to try and do a few more things, because then at least it's not just me doing a shiny hunt. It's like if I said to you, tomorrow we're playing Sword and Shield and we're going to shiny hunt, you would then load up Sword and Shield and go and join some part of the shiny hunting. The same with Violet or Scarlet, and then you're rotating your games as well, and I'm rotating mine, and you'll feel like you're playing along rather than just being like there, if that makes sense. And that's the thing with shiny hunting. It's all about almost encouraging people to be happy to go and do it without worrying too much. I find some people, especially like, as I say myself, I don't really enjoy doing it when I'm not talking to people. Like, I've tried it. I watch people when I've done shiny hunting, not a problem. But if I'm not doing something in a Pokemon circle as such, it's just not the same for me. And I guess it's part of the fact that I didn't really have the Pokemon circles when I was younger. That you would have like a couple of people you knew in real life, and you both weren't doing 1 in 8,000 shiny hunting, I can tell you that. It never felt like it was a part of the game that you really wanted to really put much focus on. It's like, I really would love to meet some of the very first people that really started shiny hunting in Gold and Silver from the first time they played Gold and Silver. Yes, because but the problem with that is that's what has always created this bit of a divide. Like, well, I'll never put a divide like that out there. But my point is, some people who were doing the 1 in 8,000 got upset when it became 1 in 4,000. Welcome in, Dandy. How are you doing? We are trying to catch Carapace. Our first attempt on this game for our Shiny Living Dex challenge. We're at a chain of nearly 100, because we might as well make lots of money while we can. I'm doing good, thank you. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of these games, I'll be honest. but it's mainly to do with the way you have to play it, not the catching mechanics. I'm a controller player, not a Joy-Con player, so I'm rubbish at actually catching stuff. So we're only really doing this game for the early route stuff because they're not in the other games. But we are rotating through anything on the Switch. So we're putting a lot more time into Violet, Sword and Legends Arceus, and eventually we will get a Scarlet, Shield and BDSP run going, or Shining Pearl only, so we can do a lot more. But eventually, once this is all unlocked, we will be doing sort of like races and stuff, so everyone can get involved, instead of it just be me doing the stories, because I've got to do the stories as part of the challenge. So brand new save files, the works, everything is new. Bit crazy, but why not? We do bits where we draw cards from unwanted bulk and we sort of race to see who can get the most. That'll be part of it, but I can't really start them until we've unlocked all of the map areas, so I need to unlock area 0, hence why I'm speed running through that game. Well, sort of, but it's taken like about 12 hours. But everything is done exclusively on streams. It would be really nice to get a shiny in this today, just so we can start off one of the weaker games. So I do sometimes watch someone in the morning doing Heart Gold, Soul Silver, hunting Larvitar in Safari Zone. It's been going on for months, but they have found a few Rolts and Magnemites. Yeah, I know somebody who is doing a lot of actual gold shiny hunting, gold and silver, not even the remakes. But that they enjoy it. They do it while they're doing something else, which is fine. Like, as long as they're enjoying it, that's the important thing. For a minute I thought that was a shiny Pidgey. I don't know why. I'm just going to encounter it just to be sure. Yeah, we've done a lot of like because I never really knew about it, that's probably why I never did it. Like rats, as in Rattata. Okay. Sorry. I thought that was a typo. I thought that does. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. We're hoping to make it fun for everyone to come along and enjoy what we're doing. The more we're doing, the better, I hope. But it takes a while to get going with this because there's so much going on. But I think we're 2 episodes or 2 streams away from finishing Violet. PLA will be ready after the next stream. We've got to do a lot of catching just to get the levels, but we are nearly at the Cornet Highlands. Don't really care about finishing the story yet, because I've got to go and do all the research tasks anyway, to get the shiny charm. Sword has the shiny charm. No, Sword has the Dex is completed, but not the shiny charm. It's 3 gyms away from it, but we've got a what have we got? We have a Dynamax adventure team with like level 60, so we are speed running the game. But we're also doing DAs on the streams between it. And I don't know if you've ever seen somebody put a program up to shiny hunt in Ruby or Sapphire. So basically the computer just goes up and down, to get encounters on route. The route where you can get Rolts on Ruby and Sapphire, and it's been tracking all of the shinies that they get. But it's like a computer program. Yeah, it's a bot hunt. Yeah, but I think it's more a research hunt rather than a bot hunt, if that makes sense. Just to see like the odds. But it's quite interesting because it's just seeing how bad, like, how it's all been set up and programmed to be the same. But like, the reality is we don't want anything that's body, but And yeah. But I am looking forward to going back to some DAs tomorrow. So I think the best thing we can do today is when we decide that we're going to end, maybe just go and do the Brock battle and start saved by the Slowpoke lady. I don't know if it would work on some of those games, but I know it works quite well because there's sort of even like if people are using the emulated games, you can then connect it to a tracker and the tracker will update your layout with your team. That makes sense instantly as soon as you change your team. It's quite interesting, some of them. Like, I've looked at it, but it's all because I want to be on hardware. I can't do any of it. Of course you did that. And that was a rubbish throw too. I better not drink because it'll probably escape. Okay, it didn't escape. Are we going to be at 100? But I do feel bad that it may even be like a Twitch extension, to be honest. I don't know exactly how it works, but if you've watched people do some of the ROM hacks, they use it as well. It's something that I think a lot of people use for like the Iron Man one that they do. You know which one it is, where you start with one Pokemon and you're not allowed to basically train, but you can only play the game with one Pokemon. And if you die, you just have to restart. They were very popular in the day, weren't they? They've sort of slowed down a bit because they are a bit insane. Like, you could just get complete rubbish as your starters. Like, you can swap out, but you're only allowed to use one Pokemon for the whole run. So it's a bit insane. What I'm thinking is, when we go to end, we'll try and catch the Bulbasaur. Because we're going to break the chain anyway when we switch the game off. So we catch the Bulbasaur, go and beat Brock, and then at least when we start the next one we could just go through Rock Tunnel. That could be a thing. I think that would be the plan after the next break, maybe. I can't remember how many battles I've got to do. But then if I save it next to the Slowpoke, I can then do the Slowpoke first thing in the morning, or first time we do the next session. Get another big chunk of money. And then we can just go and catch stuff and fill up the Pokedex some more. And then maybe come back here before we go into Mount Moon, or even while we're doing Mount Moon. Normal Fridius. Okay. As in the tracker or the bot stuff working. Thing is, a lot of people are using the modded 3DSs because, like, the big problem with a lot of them is you can't actually finish the games that you were released because of all of the trading. It's a bit like having the turbo controller on the Switch to do the fossils in Sword and Shield. Like, if you can program, well, there's like a couple of buttons you can press and the game will just keep spamming the button, getting you the fossils, instead of you doing one at a time, because the process takes a while. We don't really have many spawns here. Should we have a little wander? Right, we'll have a little wander. Because I'm not really seeing too many things here. Go. Go. An excellent throw, good. We finally are not the worst player on the game. Dun, 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 I'm tempted to try it to get the Automa since I don't use the 3DS often. I get so many hunts I want to get. It depends what you want to hunt. I think that's going to be the best wording, I would say. If you've got the game saved, Shiny Charm, and don't care, I wouldn't bother with it. Unless you need to get bank, which is another problem that you would be facing. If you need bank, then you probably will have to eventually look to do it, just so you can transfer the Pokemon somewhere safe. But then the counter argument could be that maybe get one of the really cheap 2D 3DS thingies, those big like ones that look like etchy sketches, and just mod that because it's gonna be relatively cheap. Okay, so you want to get back the stuff you want. Because you have to also remember your Pokemon stuff is all saved on the cartridge rather than on the system, which is a big difference back then. That's why it's always quite fun to buy the second-hand ones to see whether they've still got old saves on. Sometimes they do because somebody hasn't bothered deleting it. Sometimes they don't. Or they've just done like the very basics. Like if somebody got my copies, they would wonder what the hell I was doing because there's barely any Pokemon on them. One of them's got a Rayquaza. That's about it, really. What sort of hunts though is it? Sort of SOS hunting or wormhole hunting? And do you have bank on your 3DS? Or is it things like Celebi you want to go out your way and do? Which, of course, if you didn't get Crystal, you've got to speak to Mr. Belgium and see what he did to get the Celebi hunts underway. There are other people that can help you, of course. Bit of everything. But so you do have bank. So you can do all the hunts, it's just you would like an auto thing to do it for you. Is that what you're saying? We're at 103 Caterpies. This method has helped though for money. Money. Okay, go. Right, I have Crystal and all the various variations of the game. So on paper you only want to mod it to make the hunts a little bit robotic, like done by a computer or something, rather than you do the hunts. So you can sort of have it on in the background while you're doing something else. It's sort of a mixed bag because most people will mod purely to get the games that you can no longer get in the store, or complete trades and stuff. But if you've got all that done, it doesn't sound like you really need to mod it. Like, you may lose a little bit of feeling that you earned it if you're using a bot as well. That's the other way of looking at it. It's difficult though, because it's tempting to do it for like randomizers and stuff like that. That's where it can be really fun. But then you would probably not be playing it on the actual hardware. I think I've officially captured all of the Caterpies in this area. So yeah, we've ruined the ecosystem for everyone around. I don't know, I think our little hiccup broke when the ads are going up as well. Not much help, is it? I'm not really sure what caused that, but it has like killed a lot of the stream, because it looks like anybody that was lurking has been kicked. It's fun. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I think some people have been kicked because it broke. Technically it ended, or it's got the thing to protect it, and I think the recording is fine, but oh well. We will have to just deal with it. We won't go for much longer today. We're still going to do probably our 3 hours. And I believe there's going to be some ads soon. So after the ads, we'll go and do a little bit of story progression, I guess. We'll catch a Bulbasaur. Because as we said, we've got to switch the game off. So if we're switching the game off, it breaks your chain, doesn't it? So there's no point keeping it going. Because I will change the cartridges. So you're doing other challenges on the Switch, like the PLA decks, the shiny decks. I think I need to spend most of the time doing some of older games, shinies too, which is the struggle. Yes, you're putting a bit too much pressure on yourself to do a lot. I know it can be really intimidating trying to... It almost feels like we're catching up with people that have done it in a weird way. That's the way I sort of read it. Like, you want to do it. You want to be where other people are. The key thing is just to make sure you're enjoying it. If it takes longer, let it take longer. In the older games, there aren't too many things that you can't get on the Switch anymore, especially the fact that it's confirmed the monkeys and Patrat are also on the ZA, so there's not going to be anything other than Celebi, I think, that you can catch shiny on the 3DS only at now. Maybe there's a couple of things for breeding. So you could look at it that way and almost make a table of what you actually need in the 3DS, shiny wise. I know, like, it sounds like you want to do a few more ultra wormholes and but I think if you're doing it that way, you're going to find yourself getting a little bit frustrated because you'll be trying to do a lot, and if you do a bit too much, you'll make yourself get a bit bored. I know it sounds harsh, but that's how I feel. That's why I'm not taking... Well, I am doing this as the challenge. The fact that I'm on 2 is unheard of, like, for a shiny hunter to have that few amount, really. But at the end of the day, it's not going to get better until we just get going. You're hoping to get the legendaries in the game as extras just to go in home. Yeah, I get that. So you pretty much would rather... What you want is the wormholes available, really. That's pretty much what it is. But the problem is you need to put all the time into getting... this is the frustrating thing, being late to Pokemon. Like, this game is a perfect example. And if I challenged somebody to a shiny hunt race in this game, they will have had, what, 6-7 years on this game. They would have all the items in the world, the shiny charm, and everything. And I would have to spend a good 5 to 6 to 10, probably longer hours, to get the shiny charm in this game. And it's the same with, like, the 3DS games, really, isn't it? You're playing catch up on the items you would have missed for hours and stuff. So, and that's the way I look at it, which is why I try not to think about going back too much, because I know there'll be some form of add-ons. Okay, so back into the Adlands. Oh, I get it. Like, come on, Caterpie. What's this? That's just a fancy Bellsprout. Okay, we're going to keep going until the Adlands are finished. 5 ads, well. What the hell was that? Right, we will, as we say, catch Bulbasaur and probably go and beat Brock, because our team's a bit too strong. The thing is, we could go and catch everything in the next area as well. But I think we've got to do a couple of battles. We'll catch at the beginning of the next play on here, I think. And then after that, we can come back and do one of these early route ones again. Not sure which one we want to go for. As I say, Spearow is still an option. So with a Nidoran, Rattata, Pidgey, Weedle. Probably going to take Caterpie off the list for the next one, just so we can mix it up a little bit. Because that would be better, I think. So you want the spare shinies as such. I get that as well. There is a slightly alternative way of doing it, but it depends on how much patience you have. And that could be just sort of doing like a backup profile that isn't connected to the internet. So you can do sort of like your Elves and stuff offline to get an extra couple of them, but I get what you mean. Like, at the end of the day, the only reason I've got any spares is because I got a Moltres in Go, and I got Rayquazas from the event, so I don't really have a lot. But I get that you kind of want it just in the background. So like, the other way of looking at it is, if you finish the game and get to the wormholes, once you've caught the shinies, you're going to delete the save and redo it again. Is that what you're thinking about doing? Don't have the internet for gameplay on my 3DS, but I turn it off for transfers. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do now anyway on the 3DS. The 3DS is, the harsh word is a dead console. Right, so we are going to go and do this Brock battle. We are going to kill our chain. We're going to catch a Bulbasaur. We know it's not the smartest thing to do, but we're going to switch the game off in a minute. So if we switch the game off, we can't get the chain to carry on. Just you better stay in here, Bulbasaur. I'm going to look and try and get every possible shiny on Earth. But just the legendary ones, right? Not literally like a living dex. The thing is, it's not actually too bad. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to shiny hunt if you're doing like random encounter stuff, because you can do the SOS thing, which is pretty much done in your sleep once you've got the Pokemon set up for it. But I guess the problem is I don't know whether you can catch a wild Trevenant in game. That's something I'm not sure about. But we're going to put Bulbasaur on the team as well. Yeah, so we've broken our chain. We knew we were going to, because we're going to go and do the story. We are just going to put Bulby on in probable... Let's just delete some stuff first, actually. Send to the Professor. I can't remember how many we actually caught this time, but I lost track. Because I remember being kind of in the position where I wanted to go and set up every game to do as much as I could. Okay, I wasn't sure if you could, so that's the problem. You've missed out on the best catcher, I guess. That's a frustrating thing. I would be annoyed with that. That's why I don't put too much stock in worrying. But I went through a stage where I wanted to do everything possible when it came to shiny hunting, and then I started breaking it down, and it was like, I can't do it. There's just no actual way of doing it, sadly. Even though we've done all of the work, it's like you're not really going to get anything done. Like, we'll get rid of Butterfree then. It's probably not much help. Well, we'll keep it around, but we're not going to use it. But I do want to change the party order so we can put a Weeping Bow at the top, please. Right, let's go and deal with Brock. This will be easy. You're not sure if you're going to do the shiny text, but if I miss shiny sparkle, I miss the shiny. I think most of the bots are actually programmed to do something different when it is actually a shiny. I think because there's a delay in what it does, like they're set up to run, if you get what I mean, from the moment you enter the battle. But if there's a too long a break between entering battle and the run command, it's read that there's a shiny. I think that's how it works, and then it will do something different. I don't have a water type because I can't get a water type. We're not doing the trainers though because I can't be bothered. I was going to go and catch the stuff in the next area, but I think there's some battles to do. We'll see. We may go that way. We'll head that way. But we're definitely going back to do something on Route 1 next time. But if we go and catch some of the other stuff, we could then start almost treating it, as we said, this is kind of a Professor Oak's challenge, but not quite a Professor Oak's challenge. But we've caught everything we possibly can. The only thing I probably would do if I am going to complete this game is arrange to do the trades with the Pikachu save. If I'm honest, to get the oddish, but I need to double check all the rest and I haven't done the research. See how many are exclusives, but that's something to worry about when we get further into the game. Because like this battle is not even a problem. Most of the next lot won't be a problem. I kept the Bulbasaur because I want to keep it around the team anyway. And when we go and do the catching stuff, we'll put a weak team together again. Because then we can start chaining and leveling up pretty quickly. I don't really want to spend much time in Mount Moon training because all of the spores in there are gettable somewhere else. Zubat, Geodude, Clefairy, Paris, they're all in Legends Arceus. Chansey's easy to get in the other one, in Scarlet and Violet, so I don't want to do any there. We may do a little chain to get a Charmander, but we don't need to rush for that. And I need to sell the candies, don't I? I'm going to remember to do that. So that's the other side of this. Once we've done... the only other thing is I've got to do the full bit until I can get through Diglett's Cave. And I can't remember if I can go through Diglett's Cave before or after I beat Surge. That's something I need to check in this game. I know naturally in the other games you can, but the game generally blocks you from doing it at some point. And I can never remember when. Sell some more. We did end up with 999. That wasn't very smart, was it? Didn't think we caught that many. That's another 5,000, and that is another big total. Right. So we probably lost some stuff there. We can get Great Balls. Should we get Great Balls? Should we just do this because we're doing... You know what, we'll get 140 of these and we'll spend the rest on Great Balls for now. Just for probably the shinies, and we'll just get 10 then. I got too many. We won't be using them that often, we're honest. We probably should have spent the rest on more Pokeballs, but what are we at? So we've got 15 minutes, say. Let's just go over here then, see what's happening. See how many of these trainers I need to fight. Because I'm pretty sure you can skip most of them. I know you're one of the cool trainers. You usually give us more stuff, so we may do this battle quickly. It's not the most essential battle, let's be honest. But he'll probably have level 13, 14. Got the Bulbasaur, that's not too bad. I think we're about 10 levels above minimum. Maybe more, okay. This should knock it out pretty easily. So yeah. Right. I get a revive. Okay, that's not much help. Yeah. We want to skip. Just run straight into them. I want to scare everything. There's actually less trainers here. They spread them out a bit more, I think, in this game than in the original game. But there's only, I think it's Jigglypuff and Ekans in the other area. So we could try and catch them. Like we said, we might just catch our encounters so that we can work on leveling everything up. Charmander is obviously going to be harder. We would have to chain some stuff for a Charmander. So we could probably do that as well. No, we can skip this one. No, we can't because we want to come back through here in a minute. So we have to do this battle. Get the battles done, like, we're so quick in this game because we're so over leveled. Rap. Whoa, that's a level 7 here. Not even sure if this was worth it. No, it is there just so we can go back for our Pidgeys or Ratatatas. A Victor is defeated. Now I'm less worried about this trainer. I think that's no, okay. There is items in some of these places. You're a spinner, so I should be able to avoid you. But I'm going to have to run into you, so I'm stupid. Went the wrong way. Right. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna at level 5, really. I think this is where I got annoyed, because you can't actually do proper training. And I always thought proper training was more important. Battling, and these are so weak you're never going to get anything off the battle. But I do think we've done pretty well in this. Like, we got a good chain going, we got catching, we got lots and lots of items, right? So next time we come and do this, we have what, 230 Pokeballs to do this challenge with. I think, come on Ekans. Down Ekans. Oh, it's a Pokeball. Should we get the Magikarp as well? Why not? Why is it just Spearows? I could have sworn there was Ekans here. Or Jigglypuffs. But there is another cool trainer here, but not too worried about that. This is what? I think this isn't. Okay, an escape rope, which could be helpful, I guess. Let's go and catch the stuff in here. Yeah, we bump into Team Rocket through this, don't we? Yeah, we catch these basic Zubats and Geodudes, then we got a team we can work on next time. You won't meet them to the end, so not a worry. But as we said, we're never going to hunt in this bit of the map, because we don't need anything here. We're going to use other games for this stuff. I'm not wasting time in this one. I just want some encounters. A Chansey is my first encounter. Really? Isn't this meant to be the rare one? Oh dear. Oh, typical. This gives me all the experience as well. Was not expecting a Chansey as the first encounter in here. Yeah, it was never going to stay in the ball, was it? This is actually one that's going to be a problem. Right, okay, that's not too bad, but... Okay. And like most games, Chansey's your experience farmer. Oh, it's going to run away, isn't it? I really wasn't expecting this to be the first thing we find. Oh no, that's definitely not where I threw it. I went that way. They randomly spawn all over. I always thought they were the rare encounters in a lot of areas. A bit like what the Bulbasaur was. That's what I thought Chansey was for. Pretty much anywhere that isn't the starting three. If I was honest. But because this is the thing I remember, John Stone kept getting these shiny. It was really funny. But I only need to catch one of these, as we say, because we are going to be trying to get the shiny charm. Okay. It's just funny that this was the very, very first spawn we could actually get into a battle with. That's probably why it's funnier to me. More than anything else. Why are you not throwing it to that side of the screen? Stupid. Stupid game. I only need one. Do we actually go and get a great ball for this stupid Chansey? Stop moving, because I cannot move the screen. Silly game. Silly game. I don't really know how you're meant to do the side spawn ones. It doesn't really make much sense to me. I throw it to the side and it doesn't do it. And it ran away. Lovely. Okay. Gotta make sure we go back to the normal balls. I don't want to go too far into the cave. Well, I had it on the best colour catch, just wasn't staying in the ball. I don't want to waste the great balls on a Geodude. Go. Really? Really gonna do this to me, game? I'm clearly throwing it in a straight line. And you don't stay in the ball. This is where we get ragey with this game. See, I've done the same movement 6 times then, and the ball went in 6 different directions. So yeah, that's not me not liking this game, it's me getting worked up playing this game. Right, so that's Geodude ticked off the list. I don't think I can get a Clefairy or a Paris on this level, which is a bit annoying. But we could try, I guess. Because I think she wants to battle, and I don't really want to do a battle, if I'm honest. But nothing is spawning. It's really weird. Of course, the Geodude is the thing that spawns when I say that. Oh, there is a Paris on this level. Lovely. Yes, you can be angry. I don't mind. It's green, yellow, orange, red in order of colours, and the green is easiest, red is the hardest. I really didn't see any other colours, but I saw the red, and I saw the orange, and I saw the normal colour. I didn't know there was a yellow too. But I think this is why I don't like this game, because I think this is a waste of time when you could weaken it and catch it when I've played the other games. That's why I don't really like it. We're only catching stuff to fill out the Pokedex, really. If we're honest. We would like to get the Clefairy, but actually there's no rush to get the Clefairy, so I don't have Moonstones. So the Zubat is all I really need here. And of course the Zubat is the thing that is not spawning. Oh, there it is. Talk of the Devil, and it shall appear. Paris is yellow, which... Yeah, this is another thing where I guess there's an accessibility problem with the colours for a colourblind person. All of those rings only look like traffic light colours to me. So that's another negative thing that I've never really considered in this game. I just thought there was 3 different colours. Right, so we're going to run back to the Slowpoke lady and we're going to save there because we've got our 3 spawns that we needed here. We'll hopefully see... And we actually found the Clefairy, didn't we? Okay. That's good as well then, I guess. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. And the Clefairy, I guess. I literally just said I didn't think I would get... Because I don't need the Clefairy because I can't get enough Moonstones early on. I think you can only get 2 early on. Well, there's a spot that spawns them every day, maybe. But I'm not going to come on this every day. So the question is, what do we do next time? Do we continue our Professor Oak-like challenge and just shiny hunt something in Route 1? And we'll pick a different Pokemon. We'll put a vote up, probably. Nidoran, Spearow, Pidgey, Rattata, and Weedle. That'll be the 6 that we will target. It's not that I don't want to do Caterpie. It's like we've had a go at Caterpie, we've missed it. Let's go to the next thing for a while. We could put one of those trackers up if we want, as well. Ekans again is another one I don't really need in this game because it's easy to get Scarlet and Violet, but we might as well catch one so then we can get the Arbok set up for the game. Yeah, the rats are definitely common in a few spawns. There's no denying that. I'm pretty much going to put all of my focus on shiny hunting in the first few areas only. I don't think there's anything later in the game that is... well, Ekans is unavailable. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's truly unobtainable for me in other games on the rest of the map, other than like these couple of early route stuff. And again, we will be doing a Shining Pearl save, so if we are doing a Shining Pearl save, we can do some radar hunting, and I'm pretty sure I can get Rattata, maybe Spearow through that. Farfetch'd and Ditto are the other 2 that I may try and do in this game, because of course Ditto is difficult to shiny hunt because it's usually transformed, but in this game it isn't. But we'll worry about that if we do get further into the game, because let's face it, we may not do too much. First 4 badges and then focus on hunt, so you get Ultra Balls and more laws. That is true. We may do a bit of speed running this bit then. Because, well, the thing is, we've either got to do a run where we kind of do like a bit of a blitz of only shiny hunting, or we need to do exclusively story, don't we? We can't really do both. But I think if I save at the Slowpoke, then I'll be ready to collect that when I first switch it on in the next time we do this. Now, Ditto is available in other games. It's just more that it's something we could do here because it's more of an easier overworld encounter. But I'm pretty sure you can sort of cheese it in some of the other games. But that's my thinking. So we have finished Let's Go. We'll be back with a sword tomorrow.